someone cut the noise out? Thank you. As I was saying, thank you for choosing to listen to this podcast. My name is Tom, but chances are you probably know that already. Anyway, I believe the Telecommunications Act of 1996 was not a good idea. The goals behind it I agree with, but as for the methods itself, they weren't the right ones for the idea. The original purpose of the act was to promote competition between the companies and to create a market where everyone could potentially compete. They planned on doing this by removing the many limits placed on the companies at the time. This means a small company could start up and possibly compete with the corporate giants in the same industry. The goal was also intended to affect the telephone companies as well. Thus, the reason is called the Telecommunications Act. While these ideas and goals were, in my opinion, brilliant, they really dropped the ball in terms of how they're going to carry it out. While these restriction removals were supposed to help the small guys, who do you think took advantage of it? Of course, the big guys. The act offered no protection for small companies while giving the giant corporates the same exact benefits. Before the act, companies were allowed to have 20 AM, 20 FM, and 12 television stations. This is according to the Media and Cultural 7 textbook, page 137. After the act came into effect, there was no limit to what a company could own. The act also allowed companies to have more stations in areas with higher total stations. For example, if the city of Portland has 50 stations nearby, I could own up to 10 of them, while in small towns like Shapley, who have only 10 stations, for example, I could own up to 2 of them. These are just examples, but you get the idea. In the smallest areas with only a handful of stations, I can really own up to half of them. So with all these backfires, I wonder what the end result is. The end results are predictable. By the end of 2007, Clear Channel, one of the companies in the radio industry, had over 1,100 radio stations. The second largest company in the same industry, which is Cumulus Broadcasting, had just over 250 stations. Gee, I wonder who the big company is. The profits are also one-sided. Clear Channel's revenue for 2007 was over $3 billion. That's right, billions. One bright side to this mess-up, however, is the FCC's decision to give out low-power FM licenses to small communities who want to have a station for local purposes. In 2008, there was around 860 of these small stations operating. I'm not sure how much time I have left, but I just want to say I got my information from the following sources. One example is